To see you all. And it feels so amazing on this Shabbat Shuvah that we've had all this time together on Rosh Hashanah and this medium ground here, like this, we're right in the middle of the 10 days of awe between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We've had the ability to be connected through time and space. And now we get to just have this Shabbat service this evening to catch our breath together. This is a time of healing, a time of aligning ourselves, a time to make things right as we can with our relationships, with our minds, our bodies, and our souls, with what's within us and around us. And of course, this Shabbat is also the evening before the 20th anniversary of 9/11, which is just a mind-boggling number. And so we welcome you to this gentle, healing evening of memory and of returning to ourselves, and just feeling so delighted that we can connect ourselves, our hearts, one to another this Shabbat evening. And so we're going to begin with a poem of memory, of difficult memory.
Two Candles by Rabbi Zoe Klein. On Shabbat, we light two candles, one for remembering Shabbat and one for observing Shabbat. Tonight, we also light these two candles, this one for building one and this one for building two. This one is for the Pentagon and this one is for the Pennsylvanian. This one is for those on the American airline flights, and this one is for those on the United Airline flights. This one is for the hundreds of firefighters, and this one is for the hundreds of police. This one is for all of the adults, and this one is for all of the children. This one is for our luck running out. This one is for the New York skyline. This one for the walking wounded. This one for the critically wounded. This one for the survivors. This one for the dead. One candle for building one. One candle for building two. Turn to the kindling of the lights of Shabbat, our prayers and our memories held closely as we hold each other.
And we invite you, of course, to take out your Shabbat candles if you have them handy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlek ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And it is amazing how much our hearts can hold. And so on this beautiful Shabbat evening, when the turning of the season is starting to be felt in the air blowing through my windows right now, through our windows, on this Shabbat of returning, of continuing to return to our best selves, let's take this moment to take in the beauty of this day of rest, this time set aside for the refreshment of our souls. Ma yafeh hayom. What a beautiful day this Shabbat is, the Shabbat peace. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. And tonight we turn to our gentle waltzing setting of Lecha Dodi. And in my mind's eye tonight, I am seeing a past 6th grade class from our school, a class who has now either entered their freshman or their sophomore years of high school. And I'm remembering them as they waltz down the aisles of our sanctuary as they sang Lecha Dodi that beautiful March evening. And if you are feeling moved to stand up and do a little waltz for this Lecha Dodi, please feel free. Our hearts need joy, our hearts need song, our hearts need dance. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmi'anu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet velit hilah. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor haberacha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'makshava techila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hit'oreri, kiva orech kumi ori, shir daveri, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. And if you'd like to, you can stand and face the door or a window, or just place your hand over your heart, some symbolic way to say, I am entering Shabbat, this time for my soul, this time for peace and rest and joy. Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Bo'i kala, bo'i kala, lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. And we call ourselves to attention with the Baruch Hu, this statement that we are now entering into the pure content, the midst of our service, of this Kabbalat Shabbat service. We call ourselves into the intimacy with the divine that is within and around us, in the protective wings of the Shekhinah, awakening to the light that is already within us, our pure souls welcoming us home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am home. This blessing, Ma'ariv Aravim, gives thanks for the regularity of the daytimes and the evening times and the seasons and the stars that make patterns in the sky. This incredible ongoing creation that we're part of. And this blessing acknowledges that we become part of that vast web of interconnectivity in our universe. We are constantly rolling, moving in our souls from light to darkness and back, moving from night to day and back, moving into fall and winter and back to the lighter seasons of spring and summer. Each circle begets another. May we stay grounded as we experience these ongoing moments of holiness. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, and then day turns to night. Oreyor balayla, bolelo into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. And with endless gratitude to Dan Lieber for these amazing slides, each week we turn to the words of the Shema, feeling that connection of all that live, through all that breathes on this planet of ours. Ve'ahavarcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch ata Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. We continue with the words of Ve'ahavta, these actions of love. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha vishinantam levanecha vidibarta bam Beshivtecha beveitecha uvlechtecha vaderech uveshochbecha uvekumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvish'arecha Leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. Emet ve'amuna kol zod. Turn to the words of Micha Mocha, this song of Moshe and Miriam, the crossing of the sea, a time of miraculous moving from narrowness into expanse. Kodesh, Norate Hilo, O Sefele, Norate this Shabbat Shuvah, the Shabbat of return. Turn to the words of Hashkivenu and one day, offering a vision for what could be, where all people are safe and free. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom lahamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom lahamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. And then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose. We all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. And in this maze, you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you, no way, no way. 'Cause sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday this will all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, hey, one day. Treat people the same. Stop with the violence, down with the hate. Someday we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom lahamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
I said to Beth today, there are so many words in the high holidays. When a rabbi thinks there's a lot of words, there's probably a lot of words. And in some ways, in the rush of the melodies and in the rustling of the prayer books, we find ourselves, and sometimes we find ourselves overwhelmed. So I wanted to share with you a story before we turn to our Amidah. It's told of a great Rebbe, Rabbi Mordechai of Nadvorna, who people would wait all year to come and study with. It was a great opportunity to sit in this rabbi's Beit Midrash and learn with him. And one day, it was the day before Rosh Hashanah, and one of his students who had asked specifically for permission to be seen seemed to be rushing through the study that they had hoped to accomplish together. as if there was just so much. And the rabbi said to him, "Why are you hurrying?" The student replied, "I'm one of the prayer leaders, and I must go and look at the festival prayer book and put all my papers in order." And the Rebbe said to him, "The prayer book is the same as it was last year. It would be better for you to slow down, to look at your own needs, and put yourself in order." My prayer for each of us for this Shabbat, in this rush of words and melodies, is that we find the quiet behind them to do the work that needs to be done in this season. We turn to our Amidah.
Amen. And tonight, to allow for a little more space, we'll chant those 6 words, that introduction to the Amidah together. May our hearts be open, may our lips be open to the words that we need to hear tonight. And then we'll do a silent Amidah, but staying connected even in the quiet, knowing that we are joined by people from our own Shir Tikvah community and people from all over the country and in all forms on Facebook and YouTube and on our temple website. And we just welcome all with us tonight. So rising in body or in spirit, we begin. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid hilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid hilatecha. each other in, call each other back. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. We turn to the Misha Berach. I invite you to put in the chats, wherever you may be, or to hold the name of someone or people you are praying for tonight who are in need of healing of body, mind, and spirit. And as a community, we pray for Jessica Harry, for Susan Zimmerman-Inney, for Mark Fleckenstein, Arlene Norris, for Paul Collard and Jeff Wisnia, for Dave Hatfield and Ruth Rubin, for Jonathan Sharon and Paula Goldstein. Continued prayers for Rabbi Rim and Deb Midman, for Neil Daniels Midman, for Susan Trendall and Alice Klein, Pat Lazar and Amanda Hill, for Carrie Labine, Harriet Levy, Ann Pillow, Judy Donaldson, Colleen Berry, and Michael Slonim. We offer continued prayers for Alan and Joanne Travis, for Fiona Sutton and Ayana Masla, for Nelson Lovins, for Norman and Fran Waxler, for Sue Boardman and Angela Panzone, Linda and Fred Lukasik and Nancy Alpert, for Ed Snow, Debbie Gilman, for Abraham and Cole Lyon, for Patty Shepard, Jennifer Chase, Ellen Lee, Jeff Bray, Vicki Oman, and Ken Blumberg, for Jimmy Krasnow, for Ayelet Bat Chava Verhersh Shmuel, for Claude Lieber and Nancy Lazaro Lieber, for Kathy Nath and for Mason Lee, for Eileen Kleinkoff, for Rabbi Naginsky, Stephen Zuckerman, and Andrew Shapiro, for Deborah Buteau and family, for Al Levin, and for David Price. Let us join our hearts and our voices together in the words of Misha Berach, sending out those prayers of healing to all in need. Misha Berach, Avotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, veLeah, Hu Yevarech, v'Yirapeh et Avodah with a prayer for peace, Sim Shalom. May we be granted peace and goodness and blessing and grace and kindness and compassion. May that be granted for all who dwell on this earth. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Ba'olam Chen V'Chesed. Sim Shalom, Tova Uvracha, Ba'olam Chen V'Chesed. Ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, ba'olam chen v'chesed. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, ba'olam chen v'chesed. V'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha.
With the prayer for peace ringing in our hearts and our ears, we turn to a moment of memory. You know what, Dan, you can bring this down for a sec. I'm going to just read and talk for a moment and then thank you. Trish Arlen, a poet, wrote something today on this 20th anniversary, on this eve of this 20th anniversary, that I wanted to share with you. If your week has been like mine, it has been filled with the listening to the news, the return of the images, the stories, the names, the lives, the loss. If your week has been like mine, it has also been filled with the news, the growth of the coronavirus, of the Delta variant, the president working incredibly hard to manage to bring a country together to fight what should be a unifying enemy. If your news has been anything, if your week has been anything like mine, it has been filled with the news of what it has meant for those who served in Afghanistan for these last 20 years and what it means that we are not there now. If your week has been anything like mine, it was filled with the opportunity of a new school year ahead. The fresh beginning, the first year pictures on front steps, the hope of what might be a different world. If your week was anything like mine, it was filled with the beginning of 5782, the sound of the shofar, the cry to look ahead with hope, the profound desire to do the work, to look behind and learn to heal. How do you make sense of all of that in just 1 week? This poet, Trisha Arlen, I share with you her words as we prepare to move to the words of Mourner's Kaddish. On a crisp fall day, the sky was blue. 2 airplanes sliced our world in half, and everything changed. Everything changed, and yet it feels the same as now. You know what I mean? It's frightening, out of control, and we need to comfort ourselves. Find some comfort in action, others in quiet contemplation. Some find comfort in ice cream, others in exercise. I say, is it really a choice between the two? Some find comfort in denial, others in nonstop information. All these can work, but not tonight. Tonight, I declare that everything changes. Tonight, I go towards Shabbat. Tonight, instead of violence, I choose peace. Instead of anger, I choose kindness. Instead of revenge, I choose empathy. Instead of work, I choose rest. Instead of ideology, I choose compromise. Instead of destruction, I choose community. Instead of fear, I choose endurance. Instead of shouting, I choose prayer. Instead of hate, I choose Shabbat. We turn to our prayers of memorial, prayers that lift up the truth that love is eternal, living beyond death. Prayers that hold out our hopes that those who we love are granted eternal rest and peace, even if it was denied for them in their lives. A Yizkor prayer by Rabbi Alden Salavi. Thank you, Dan. If there was somebody you knew who lost their life on 9/11, when I pause, I would ask you to say their name aloud in your home, in your heart, or using the chat function of the technology you are using to join us. Creator of all, source and shelter, grant a perfect rest under your tabernacle of peace to all those who died because of the 9/11 attacks on the United States. Remember the works of their hands, the message of their heart. Remember all who were lost in terror on that day. Grant their families peace and comfort for your name's sake and for the sake of those who perish. Bring an end to violence and terror speedily and in our days. May their memories be sanctified with joy and love. May their soul be bound up in the bond of life, a living blessing in our midst. We turn now to the words of Mourner's Kaddish as a community. This week, I invite you to use the chat function of the technology you are using to join us, to share the names of those you are remembering, or to say their names aloud in your heart. This week, We honor the loss of Janice Wiesenfeld. There will be a Shiva held, communal Shiva held on Monday evening at 7 p.m. We are in the period of Shloshim for Eleanor Sivak, Sylvia Hoffinger, and Ted Sanders. We honor the yard sites of Benjamin Amsterdam, Carol Engler, and Alan Bernstein. And we are in this first year of memory for Jerry Sachs, who we have remembered for the last year. This is the last of the Shabbatot in the first year for Rita's beloved husband. We remember Shirley Siegel, Jack Langerman, Gladys Schuker, and Roberta Lipperman. Using our tradition to bring us together as one community of memory, I invite you to rise in body or in spirit as we join together in these sanctified words. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divra chirute v'amlich malchute, B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dachol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala uvizman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ul'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiram be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shamaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, Amen. May the source of all, the one who creates peace in the heavens, make peace accessible to us all soon, as we all say, Amen.
And just a couple of announcements before we hear the sound of the shofar. We are very excited. Our Learning Corps, our congregation's religious school, will be opening in person at the Ambrose School on Sunday morning. For our 1st through 5th graders. And after Yom Kippur, the week after that, on Wednesday, September 22nd, our 6th grade through high school program will begin as well. And we are very excited to see our students again. And on another note, we had sincerely hoped to open the temple next Friday night, September 17th, for some in-person, and we are not able to make that happen yet. And we are just not ready. We do want you to know that there will be 2 in-person opportunities for Sukkot, one on Sunday, September 19th, to get ready for Sukkot, to decorate the sukkah, and then again on Friday night, September 24th. There will be more information coming about these opportunities and when we can reopen the sanctuary again. And finally, while in this holy time of these 10 days of awe, we'll hear the sound of the shofar blown by our 7th grader, Gabe Kanche. And we'll end our service again with the chanting of Psalm 27, our featured psalm for this season. And we just wish you all a heartfelt Shana Tova and a Gamar Tov to all of you. So Gabe, are you here and ready to... Oh, yep, there you are. All right, great. All right, so we're just gonna got you unmuted. Terrific. All right.
You're muted.
Yeah, you were having an echo here. We still have an echo.
Do you want me to read the poem?
It's okay, I got it.
Okay.
All right. Dwell on each sound of the shofar. Contemplate its meaning. Tekiah. One whole note. Shivarim truah.
Oh, wait.
Three broken notes, nine staccato notes. Tekiah. One whole note. My return to the right path has the power to make me whole again. Tekiah. Once I was whole, Shivarim truah. In the wear and tear of living, I became broken and shattered. Tekiah. My teshuvah has the power to make me whole again. Gabe, thank you so much. Achat sha'alti meit Adonai ota avakesh. Achat sha'alti meit Adonai ota avakesh. Shivti bevet Adonai kol yemei chayai. Lachazot benoam Adonai ulevaker behechalo. Lachazot benoam Adonai ulevaker behechalo. I don't feel quite ready to end yet. Shall we sing ourselves out with peace, salam, shalom? On this Shabbat Shuvah, send that out across this universe, across this planet, across this country, across this commonwealth, in our cities and our towns and our neighborhoods. Peace, salam, shalom. 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 May it be peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. From our hearts to everyone's hearts, peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom all over the world. Peace, salam, shalom. Breathe it in. Peace, salam. Breathe it out. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Gemar Tov, everyone. We can